Let me tell you something nobody else will. Attracting a woman has nothing to do with being good looking, rich, or even smart. The real key: mastering yourself. And here's the truth. Most guys completely miss this. They've been missiled, stuck in patterns that don't work, chasing things that don't matter, and left wondering why their relationships keep falling short. Forget what you've been told about dating. It's not about buying her expensive gifts, looking like a magazine model, or throwing around cheesy lines. What really pulls women in is something most men ignore: emotional strength. When you can stay calm, centered, and unshakable in who you are, that's when you truly stand out. And here's the tough reality. If you don't get this part right, no amount of confidence tips or pickup advice will make a difference. In fact, they might even backfire. If you've ever felt ignored, rejected, or overlooked by women, it's because they can sense that something is missing. That something is your own sense of control. Without it, she'll see right through you, and she'll walk away. But here's the good news. By mastering a few straightforward Stoic principles, you'll naturally make her want to be with you. This isn't just another dating video. This is about unlocking her heart by first unlocking your own strength. Because this journey starts with you. Not her, not what she wants, but with you mastering your own mind, emotions, and the way you show up in the world. Ready to finally win in a way that feels real, that works, and that lasts. Then let's dive in. Here's the harsh truth. Society has been lying to men about what actually makes them attractive. From social media to Hollywood, we're fed this idea that we need to chase her, shower her with attention, or pretend to be someone else just to get her interested. And then guys are left wondering why she's pulling away, why she's ghosting, or why things aren't going anywhere. The reality is, the more you try to win her, the more you lose yourself, and she can feel it. Women have an instinct for when a man is putting on an act, and every time you try too hard, you push her away. It's time to stop chasing and start attracting. The only way to genuinely attract her is by mastering yourself. Let me ask you something. When was the last time you felt completely in control of your emotions, your mind, your actions? If you're like most men, you're probably reacting to everything around you. Her moods, her tests, even her silence. But what if I told you that by mastering your inner world, by becoming emotionally unshakable, you could not only capture her attention, but keep it? This isn't some quick trick or hack. It's a philosophy that's been around for thousands of years. Stoicism. You might be thinking, what does an ancient philosophy have to do with dating? The answer is everything. Stoicism isn't about shutting down your emotions or becoming a robot. It's about understanding and mastering them. When you stop reacting to every little thing, when you're calm and centered no matter what happens, she'll notice you. Not as the guy who's flashy or funny, but as the grounded man who knows who he is and doesn't need anyone else's validation. Imagine walking into any situation, a first date, a serious conversation, with a calm confidence that she can feel. While other guys are fumbling with their words or trying to impress her, you're just there. Present, relaxed, and unshaken. That's power. That's what makes you stand out in her mind. If you're ready to start building that level of inner strength, hit the subscribe button on Invincible Within. Drop a comment below with, "I deserve," if you're serious about becoming the kind of man who commands attention and respect. And make sure you stick around until the end of this video. You won't want to miss what's next. Share this with a friend who's ready to level up, and let's get into it. Here's a truth most guys don't want to admit: women don't want to be chased. They want to be drawn in. The very moment you stop chasing her, stop trying to prove that you're worthy, is the moment she feels a shift. Suddenly, she's intrigued, she's curious, and, most importantly, she starts wanting you. Why? Because you're showing her what 99% of other men can't self-control. This is where Stoicism becomes your hidden strength. It's not about playing games or using some tactic to get what you want. It's about becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts. Not because of what he says or does, but because of who he is. When you embrace this, everything changes. You stop overthinking every word, every action. You stop trying to impress her or fit into some image of what you think she wants. Instead, you become the man she chases. And here's the kicker: it's not hard. Once you understand the principles of Stoicism and learn how to apply them to your life, you'll find that not only does your dating life transform, but everything else does too. Your relationships, your career, and even the way you view the world, they all get better. Because self-mastery goes beyond romance. It strengthens you from the inside out. Now that you get the power of Stoicism, let's address one of the biggest misunderstandings in attraction: words. Most guys think they need to be clever or quick-witted to keep her interested. But here's the reality. Those smart lines are empty. They might grab attention for a second, but they won't leave any lasting impression. This isn't about being funny or impressive. It's about saying the right things at the right time, in a way that connects on a real level. Think about it, women hear the same compliments all the time. You're beautiful. You're hot. You're stunning. These words barely make a dent because she's heard them so often, they barely register anymore. She's immune to them, and honestly, she probably forgets them as fast as she hears them. But you know what she doesn't forget? Real compliments. The ones about who she is, not just how she looks. Most guys miss this completely. They're so focused on the surface that they forget to acknowledge the person in front of them. But when you can look deeper, when you see the unique qualities that make her who she is, that's when you start to stand out. Because it's not about flattery, it's about understanding. Compliments that reflect her values, her personality, her ambitions. Those are the words that make a real impact. They're genuine, rare, and they cut through the noise. So next time you're with her, skip the usual empty phrases. Instead, notice the way she approaches challenges, her perspective on things that matter to her, or her unique way of looking at the world. Show her that you see her, beyond just her appearance, and that's what sets you apart from everyone else. Step 1. Start using her name in conversation. It might seem simple, but using her name thoughtfully is a powerful tool in deepening your connection. When you say her name, it creates a moment where she feels truly seen, recognized as a unique person in your world. But don't overdo it. Using her name in every sentence feels forced and loses its impact. Instead, use it strategically. Try saying her name when you're giving her a genuine compliment or sharing something meaningful. When you do this, it will make her feel as though she's the only person in the room, which leaves a lasting impression that few can achieve. Step 2. Compliment her in ways no one else does. Most men focus on physical compliments because it's easy and obvious, but that doesn't set you apart. If you want to stand out, acknowledge qualities that reflect her character, intelligence, or passion. For example, if she shares something she's passionate about, don't just nod and smile. Show her you're really listening. Say something like, "I love how deeply you think about this." It's rare to meet someone with such dedication. Compliments like these go beyond the surface. They make her feel seen for who she truly is. It's the kind of acknowledgement she's looking for and rarely receives, and it creates a bond that is far more genuine than a superficial flattery about her looks. Step 3. Practice genuine gratitude. Gratitude may seem small, but it's incredibly powerful. Women notice when you appreciate the little things they do, and it makes them feel valued. If she does something thoughtful for you, don't brush it off. Acknowledge it genuinely. A simple thank you can go a long way, but the key is to mean it. Expressing gratitude makes her feel special, especially in a world where many men take these gestures for granted. Your genuine appreciation sets you apart and builds a foundation of respect and care that runs deep. Addressing a common mistake. Stop over-apologizing. Here's a trap many guys fall into: over-apologizing. Apologizing constantly for things you didn't even do wrong can come off as insecure. Women respect men who stand by their words and own their actions. Apologize when it's necessary, when you've genuinely made a mistake. But don't apologize for being yourself or having an opinion. Confidence is about knowing when to stand your ground, and that's something she'll find far more appealing than empty apologies. Actions grounded in Stoicism. Putting words into practice. Words are powerful, but they're only half the equation. Your actions, how you carry yourself, how you show up in the world, matter even more. Stoicism teaches us that our actions should be deliberate and grounded in inner calm and confidence. Action 1. Master your body language. Body language is constantly communicating, whether you realize it or not. If you're fidgeting, shifting your weight, or avoiding eye contact, you're signaling insecurity or nervousness. The first step is to calm your body. Stand tall, plant your feet firmly, relax your shoulders, and breathe slowly. This sends a signal of calm confidence instead of tension. Eye contact is especially important. Avoiding her gaze shows nervousness, but staring too long can come off as intense or uncomfortable. Strike a balance. Hold her gaze for a few seconds, just enough to show that you're engaged. Then let it go naturally. This balance creates a sense of ease and builds a connection without feeling forced. Action 2. Move with purpose. Think about the last time you walked into a room. Did you rush in, head down, scanning nervously? Most guys do this without realizing it. But here's the secret: when you move quickly and without intention, you project uncertainty. Stoic men, however, move deliberately. Every step is grounded and intentional. You don't need to rush because you're confident that wherever you're going, you belong. When you move with purpose, you communicate strength and calm, and this kind of presence is magnetic. It signals that you're grounded and unshakable, a man who isn't swayed by his surroundings, but instead stands secure in his space. Women notice this strength and are naturally drawn to it because it's so rare. Small gestures, big impact. Forget grand, showy gestures. Those might be nice occasionally, but they don't build a connection that lasts. The real magic lies in the small, thoughtful actions that show you're truly paying attention. It's not about flowers or chocolates. It's about remembering the little details she shares with you. If she casually mentions a favorite author, surprise her with a book by them. If she opens up about a challenge she's facing, check in on her progress later. These gestures might seem subtle, but they communicate that you're listening and genuinely care about her beyond the surface. A man who pays attention like this is rare and incredibly memorable. Stop trying to be the entertainer. A lot of men feel they need to constantly entertain women with jokes, stories, or witty comments to keep them interested. But women don't want an entertainer. They want a man who truly listens. So, rather than focusing on being the life of the party, focus on being fully present. This means listening more than you speak, letting her know through your actions and attention that her words hold value. This quiet confidence is far more attractive than any punchline you could come up with. In a world full of distractions, your focused attention on her is powerful. Applying Stoicism in modern relationships. Let's talk about what happens when things don't go your way. Real life situations are rarely perfect, but how you handle them defines you. Stoicism is all about maintaining calm and control, regardless of what's happening around you. Here's how this looks in practice. The 10 Scenario 1. The date isn't going well. Maybe the restaurant messes up your order, or maybe the conversation feels awkward. Most men might scramble to smooth things over, desperate to salvage the moment. But a Stoic man, he remains calm, relaxed, and unbothered by these small setbacks. He knows that it's not the situation itself that matters. It's his reaction to it. By staying grounded, he creates an atmosphere of ease. When she sees that you're unaffected by small mishaps, she'll feel more comfortable and safe around you. Your calmness becomes her anchor. There's Scenario 2. She starts pulling away. This can be one of the hardest situations to handle. When a woman begins to pull back, many men go into overdrive, texting more, calling, seeking reassurance. But this only pushes her further away. A Stoic man understands that he cannot control her actions, he can only control his response. Instead of chasing, he steps back and respects her space. In doing so, he shows that he is secure in himself and doesn't need her validation. This quiet confidence is magnetic. When she realizes that you're not desperate for her attention, she's often drawn back. It might feel counterintuitive, but this restraint can transform the dynamic between you. Be true to yourself. This isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. Being true to yourself doesn't mean you're unwilling to grow or improve. It means embracing who you are and bringing your authentic self to every situation. Stop trying to fit a mold or be the person you think she wants. Instead, focus on becoming the best version of yourself. Mastering yourself isn't about impressing others. It's about becoming a man who is strong, grounded, and self-assured. When you reach this level of self-acceptance and integrity, the right woman will recognize that you're different. She'll be drawn to the depth of character and strength that you embody. So, here it is, stop chasing women. Stop trying to impress with flashy moves or clever lines. Stop playing the game. Instead, focus on building yourself into the kind of man who naturally attracts. Master your inner self, your thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Become the calm in the storm, the rock that others can lean on, and watch as every area of your life, relationships, career, mindset, transforms. It's not about tricks or tactics. It's about aligning with who you are at the core and letting that strength draw people to you. If you're ready to take this journey further, subscribe to Invincible Within. Give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment to share your thoughts, and pass it along to friends who might benefit. Let's continue building the life and relationships that truly resonate with our deepest values and highest selves.